Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome along to the nominations launch for the Raymarine YJA Yachtsman of the Year. I'm sure that title could get longer if it tried. We must work on that. And of course, for the Raymarine Young Sailor of the Year. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the heritage of those awards, and I'm sure many of you here are, let me just dwell a little on the history. Both of the awards recognise British sporting excellence, not only in sail but power as well. And they acknowledge achievement, such as breaking a record, a phenomenal win, overcoming adversity, or showing exceptional bravery and courage. And I think that goes for everybody here. The Raymarine YJA Yachtsman of the Year was initiated in 1955 by Sir Max Aiken, and of course now bears the names of some of our greatest achievers in British yachting circles. And you're very welcome to have a look at the trophy later. The names such as Eric Hiscock, Sir Francis Chichester, Sir Robin Knox-Johnson, Sir Che Blythe, Sir Edward Heath and Tracy Edwards, together with Ellen MacArthur and Ben Ainslie, who have both won the award twice. The Raymarine Young Sailor of the Year award was first presented in 1993, and again Ellen MacArthur and Ben Ainslie appear on that award. The judges of the award are the members of the Yachting Journalists Association, which I know just a little bit about, and that itself has a rather nice heritage. 32 years it's been going. Now, 2007, which is the year in question and the year that you will be able to nominate people for, has brought a wealth of excellence on the water. And I've no doubt that the judges will have a very, very difficult task. We've seen our Olympic sailors triumph again in the pre-Olympic regattas. British sailors have played a huge leading part in the America's Cup. British powerboaters have been leading their way in their field, and it was lovely to see Gypsy Moth brought home safely again from her round-the-world odyssey. Mike Golding and Alex Thompson triumph over adversity, to say the least. And at the other end of the spectrums, we have Michael Perham, who at 14 crossed the Atlantic, and of course Sir Robin Knox-Johnson, who went around the world. And I think we might find that Sir Robin has a little message for us today.
I think it's nice that the industry, particularly journalists, can get together and choose someone and say, look, we want to emphasise that we think this person has done something a bit special, which is good promotion for yachting. It's setting a standard that other people can look at and say, gosh, that's good. And any time we publicise anything that's been a credit to our sport, or it could be safety or anything like that, we're sort of holding up an example to other people and saying, here you are. But you could do this if you had to. But this is the sort of standards that we admire, that we respect. And the journalists are showing their respect. And I think it's nice that we have this particular award each year.
So I think there's going to be quite a lot of competition for these coveted awards this year. And now to tell us a little bit more about what it feels to hold one of these trophies, let me introduce you now to the Raymarine Young Sailor of the Year, Katie Miller. Hello, Katie.
Hey.
Step forward. Well, has it been a good year?
It's been an incredible year. You know, I mean, it's a bit of a come down from last year when I spent 4 months sailing around the country, having a great time sailing all day, every day. But this year it's been completely different. I've been at university, I've been doing completely different kinds of sailing, a lot of competitive sailing, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. And yeah, it's just great to get on the water and have a good time.
Now, I know this is a bit like a beauty queen question, but what's the year been like since you held the trophy?
It's been really good. I mean, it was completely unexpected to get the award in the first place. So obviously, just receiving it, was a huge surprise and a great pleasure, and a huge privilege as well, considering that, the people who'd won it before. And it's looked really great on my mantelpiece.
Good. So. But you did give it back, though. That's great news.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
My current ambition, actually, apart from finishing university, is to compete in Ostar 2009, single-handed transatlantic. So.
Big ambition.
Yeah, big ambition.
Great, well we wish you luck with that. Fantastic. Well done, Katie Miller, who's the Raymarine Young Sailor of the Year. And now, we're delighted to be joined by the current holder of the, let's do it one more time, Raymarine YJA Yachtsman of the Year, Dee Kafari. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Been a very, very busy year for you and Aviva.
Busy and exciting. So I've changed boats, so I'm stretching my boundaries again and learning how to sail fast in the right direction, which always helps, I've learnt. And looking forward to the Vendée next year, but there's a few stepping stones on the way and a new boat, so it is very exciting.
We asked Sir Robin how important we thought awards like this are. How important do you think they are?
I think it's huge. I mean, especially now my name's on it, I'm really pro the award. But to have your name associated with those names in history is unbelievable. And I can admit to cleaning that trophy before I returned it and kind of smiling as I was polishing different names, thinking, wow, I'm associated with these people according to the yachting journalists, who are the guys that are writing about us. So to have that recognition within the industry means masses, and it's just fab to hear Katie want to go on and do more, me continuing with ideas, and hopefully aspiring other people to try and get their name on there as well. So thank you, yachting journalists.
I bet you any money the boys didn't polish it before they gave it back.
Well, you know, I kind of had this proud thinking, yeah, my name's with him, and it's kind of cool.
Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. Dee Kafari. Now, we come to somebody who might just sneak a nomination. In fact, hand me a form. This man has just returned from an epic voyage around Britain. I think I was there at the beginning. There at the end, you endured some of the worst weather we've had ever in a summer, but you made it back. You came back to Hamble. Please welcome Jeff Holt. Jeff, congratulations. I know there were some low moments, but let's talk about the highs. What were they?
There was two highs, really. There was the people that we met en route, 51 ports of call we made, and without fail, the generosity of human spirit was there at every occasion. And the second thing was obviously the wildlife. You know, it's a very privileged thing to be sailing with dolphins and whales and puffins, and so yeah, they were definitely the highlights.
Now, I know I asked you when you came off the water what were you going to do next, and that was fishing. You've done that, I think.
I did that yesterday, hence the tan. I got more sun yesterday than we did in 100 days travelling around Great Britain. And we did actually catch some fish yesterday.
Excellent. I have to ask you, what are your plans?
The immediate future is to let this sink in. Becoming the first disabled person to sail around Great Britain with my crew. Most of them are here with me today. It took 109 days to get round, much longer than we ever expected. And we've just got to let it sink in and enjoy it, because it was a momentous achievement. It was my personal Everest, as I always called it. So get that out the way, and then we'll see what we have next. I've got to be careful because my wife's there, so I've got to be careful what I say.
Jeff Holt, thank you very much indeed. Jeff Holt. Now, before I ask everybody here to join me in declaring those nominations open, let me just thank Raymarine for working so closely with the YJA to ensure that these awards, both of these awards, still retain the prestige that they justly deserve. So thank you to Fiona and to all of her team. So now, let me, with all our talented guests, and I think there's plenty of talented guests out there too, declare the nominations for the Raymarine YJA Yachtsman of the Year and for the Raymarine Young Sailor of the Year well and truly open. And you can nominate online at www.raymarine.com or www.yja.co.uk, or you can pick up a form here today. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.